So this is what I'm on today. This is Suzuki's GSX 8R. What do we think? I love it. I love it in blue. This is a really good looking bike. And yes, I am bent over as I am now because I'm expected to be bent over the tank on this bike. So I'm getting my warm-ups in. The joys of a sporty machine. Let's look around it the usual way, shall we? Come on. Might try and straighten me back. Oh, I think that might be a noise you hear a lot today. Look at that though. What a lovely looking machine that is. I love the colour scheme. Love that Suzuki blue. The only thing, you know, that, I mean, come on. That needs about bloody 12 inches taken off it. It just doesn't suit the look of the bike. But other than that, the back end looks very, very nice, and the side view looks nice. It's got one of these sneaky little hidden exhausts at the bottom. It's got the Nissan brakes. I'll start with the weight, 205 kilograms. Does look impressive though. On this version, we haven't got a rear seat. There are rear pillion pegs. The seat itself, quite comfortable. Just enough sponge in it for me. It's soft, but it's quite wide as well, so it's a nice place to sit that. I like it. Buttons, buttons, buttons. These are just the typical setup for most Suzukis I've been on. Very similar to a V-Strom I had a few years back. You've got your horn indicators, you've got modes, you've got a bit of a scroller there up and down, you've got your flash. Right hand side, you've got your hazards, you've got your engine stop start. I like Suzuki's TFT screen, I do, I like it. Nice big speedo, gear indicator, clocks, we've got your traction control and modes and things there. You've got your rev counter going round, we've got fuel gauges, we've got we got miles per gallon, MPG 63 miles per gallon. Oh, this bike hasn't been ridden hard enough. You've got temperature as well, but it's a nice clear screen. I'm quite happy with it. That's just way too long, just doesn't sit right, doesn't look right. The front, I think, will divide opinion because there's a bit of a stacking going on as far as the lights, 1, 2 and 3. I do prefer that setup in comparison to the 1000 GT that has the 2 lights at the front, but only one works, or one comes on as your day running light, and it just looks like you've got a bulb out, in all honesty. This looks better with the stack because that doesn't look like it's out, it just looks like it's not on, whereas when they're lopsided it looks like, yeah, just looks weird. That's a much better face. This bike has got an 810mm seat height, but because it's a sports bike, the suspension's quite solid. There's not a lot of play really. When you sit on it, it might go down a little bit, but not much. So my feet, pretty much flat foot. I'm probably, I don't know, a centimetre or so off getting my heel down. It's quite comfortable, to be fair. I don't feel like I'm on my tiptoes. It feels all right. The bars are actually raised up a bit, so they're not like the old GSXRs of old. This is more of a sports tourer type position for me. It just seems overall a more comfortable place to sit. I'm not going to throw loads of specs at you, because if you've got to me and you're looking at this bike, then you've looked at a lot of other people beforehand, and I'd just be repeating myself, and I'm not going to do that. What I am going to do is take it for a ride in a real world test in a town in North Yorkshire. So we'll go for a ride, we'll see how it copes on town roads, we'll try some twisties, we'll try some national speed limit roads, of course, because I think that's where this is going to excel. And yeah, I'll give you my verdict. I'll let you know if it's good, if it's bad, if it's somewhere in between. And importantly, would I buy one? Well, I'll find out after I've ridden it. But if you're interested in reviews of this type, then make sure you hit that subscribe button. Now, I know a lot of YouTubers have Patreon, and they have Patreon because Patreon helps them financially to be able to bring these types of videos to you. I've not got Patreon. However, you can buy me a coffee, and I do like coffee. So if you would like to help the channel, help me to keep providing videos like this, then I'll put a link in the description. I would really appreciate it. One, because I love coffee, and two, because this channel makes absolutely no money. It's all at my own expense. I do it in my spare time, and it will just help to keep the videos going. It might even get a few more out. It would help. Might even pop your name in as well as a big thank you. I'll put it in my next video. Join me for the ride. We'll see how it goes. Come on. Now, I know standard for me is quite a lot of rain, but it's spitting. I can handle spitting. Let's see what this beast is like. I'm excited for this one. This is something I've been waiting a while to get my hands on. When I was a wee slip of a lad, when I was like a racing snake size, in fact, Cut took a picture of me and my first ever bike. I absolutely love that bike. For somebody like myself, a proper lean over the tank sports bike for me is just too much. It is, it's too much. It's too wrist heavy when they're like that. Whereas this, I've got a slight bend in my back. Yeah, it is a sporty position, but you're not properly bent over. So it's not quite as wrist heavy, which is good. In fact, it's really good, because it's making for a very, very nice and comfortable ride, this. Oh, show me to the nationals. Let's see what this baby can really do. Gillies at Apple Yards, quick, release the rain. In fact, Gilly's got a day off. Release the rain tends to be standard for me. I spend my days in work looking out the window of blue sky, gorgeous sunshine, and then days off come and this is what happens. It's just normal. I can see a national speed limit sign just there, so let's get ready to rumble. I've got a very rare break in the rain as well. It's just too bloody windy. Let's try again here. Okay. I'm going to slow down a little bit just so I can talk to you minus the wind, which is difficult when you're in North Yorkshire and you're at the top of a hill. But you see, ultimately this bike, it seems to go really, really well. It goes like stink. If you hold it in that gear a little bit longer, you've got to. Oh shit. Now. Squeaky bum moment there for me. Oh Jesus, it's so windy. Right, let me just try and let me just check the turning circle out on this. So let's just see, because this bike is not like your usual sports bikes. There's quite a lot of turn there. Oh, take me back to my test days, that. Yeah, it's nice and easy to manoeuvre. I mean, GoPro always ruins it for me. That road there is a very, very steep hill, and I've just managed to do that very, very easy. And these roads here, you probably can see the road disappear and back up. It's very, very up and down steep, and I've already seen my backside get a bit of time going over this little jump. But then when you go over something like this and you see a wall and a tree full of flowers and photographs, you know for a fact that that's not a good place to be messing about going too quickly. Oh, hey, yep. I tell you what, it goes like stink when you give it a little bit, this bike. It really does. I've just got to take it nice and easy so you haven't just got wind noise, because, well, I get criticised. I do get criticised quite a lot. It's shocking, I know. But there are people out there that just like to troll you a little bit. They just do, and you know what I mean. They're pains, and I think they just like causing a bit of upset for people, and they complain about the wind noise. Now I get it. The wind noise is very frustrating. However, it's very difficult when you use a GoPro, because quite often the microphone jack doesn't work to a point of I can't do it anymore. The mic jack is just crap. The media mod it's crap. So because of that, you will hear wind noise. The brakes are good. Yeah, the brakes are very good, to be fair. Yeah, I like this bike. It goes like stink. Stinky! Now I'm not going hell for leather up a big hill that I can't see down. Blah blah, boring, boring. Hello! And then we get a 30 mile an hour mark. What, 30 mile an hour zones are just naff for bikes, aren't they? But anyway, the better for wind noise. So if I was to just sum up this bike is, I mean, it's a beautiful looking bike. I think sports bikes are, but it's more of a sports tourer as far as the position goes. You're bent forward a little bit, but not too much. Power wise, it's got enough power and then some to keep you smiling for years and years and years. It does. I've had so many like breath stopping moments when you give it into that high rev range, and that's what you've got to do. If you want to ride it aggressively, you will have loads and loads of fun. But the good thing with this bike is when you're going through a town, when you're going 30 mile an hour, when you slow it down and you keep the revs lower, you can actually enjoy that as well, because it's comfortable. It's a nice place to sit. It's like two completely different bikes depending on how you ride it. You just have to switch how you ride and the bike completely changes for you. And it is, because like now I'm quite happy bimbling along. It's nice and smooth and goes through the gears nicely, but as soon as you drop it down a gear or you take those revs up and away, the bike just transforms into a completely different beast, and it's so much fun. It's so much fun when you buy something like this or you ride something like this. You just notice the quality, don't you? You notice how good these bikes are, and I've certainly noticed it on this bike today. It is a lovely bike to ride, and it just feels right. Everything feels right. You put bags on the back of this, I could tour the world. I couldn't have done that on my Gixxer back in the day. Couldn't have done it. Every hour or two I'd have had to have stopped to get a back massage or see a chiropractor or something, because it's just, that's the type of bike that was. Sporty, loads of fun, but not a bike really for long rides, or not for me personally. I know there's going to be people who say, I've got a Gixxer and I've toured the world. I know Teapot One on his Gixxer, he toured the world, didn't he? He put off-road tyres on his and all sorts. Madman. But he did it, so it's capable of it. Whereas for me, now I'm older, I look for a bike that's going to be comfortable. It's got to be able to keep me smiling. I've got to be able to have a giggle and have fun on it, otherwise what's the point? and it's got to be able to do those long days. I do a lot of touring, some days where I'm riding 10 hours plus, and they're long days to be in the saddle, and you can get sore if you choose the wrong bike for that. Then you can. The wrong bike can be disastrous for your tour, can be disastrous for your back as well. Quick fire summary: nice display, nice and comfortable bike, plenty of power, Japanese reliability. You pay for the reliability, and I get that. Slow speed car park, easy, decent turning circle, decent to actually, let me just try move it back with my feet, you know, my short legs. Easy to do, very easy to do. I'm back at Appleyard, so I'm gonna end this review here. Now, if you are interested in a motorcycle like this, if you're interested, I'm just going to go around in circles while I talk to you, but if you're interested in a Suzuki, I'll put a link in the description. Just follow that and have a look. But I would recommend one of these. It has took me back to my youth of riding my Suzuki and having a whale of a time on it. Memories of being young and thin. God, in my head it feels like yesterday, but in reality it's about 25 years ago. Oh my God, that's so sad. I'm getting old. Right, I'm just gonna go and cry now. Anyway, catch you on the next one. Laters.